Welcome back to another video on Gearsaw Studios, and today I'm going to be starting a Let's Play world due to popular demand. So without further ado, let's start it. And the seed is the name of the book, but the first letter is capitalized, so good luck figuring out the seed. And while I boot up the world, some basic rules. 1. Hard mode. 2. It started on 121.4 release candidate 3, and what do you know, I've immediately spawned in. And I will be using chunk base exclusively for biomes in ancient cities. So, here I am. And you can see, it's still booting up, but I spawned in a very snowy area, which isn't necessarily the best, but considering I've played this game long enough, honestly I'm just happy to have spruce wood. So, insert generic starting off the game, and I'll cut until I already have stone tools, because let's be honest, I'm just gonna walk around, get wood, and go mining for a short while immediately. Up here on this extreme hills area, I decided to take a quick look around, and I came here because that's an igloo. I didn't actually get stone tools yet, but the fact that I found this biome is incredibly good. And turning up my render distance a little bit more. By default, I play on 18. I'm not this crazy. And you can see how far I can see. And, well, over there is some more temperate areas. And this is a gravelly hills, which would make this amazing for concrete later on if I need it. A little bit of a chunk hole there. But you can see, I'm actually closer to the border of the snow biome. And while there's no villages nearby, the fact that I found this igloo is incredibly good. Even if it means I might have a little bit of an advantage with zombie villagers, so it's worth a shot to see if there's anything inside. And quick look, let's see. Oh, I'm lucky today. So, down I go. Pretty simple stuff. Basically, what I say is the best thing to do in survival is to just take a good look around. Don't try speedrunning anything, just take in the views. I mean, this is Minecraft, it's an open-ended game. And with this area down here, I can immediately start doing some of my basic progression. And you've already seen this is basic Minecraft procedure. I already know that I'm going to need a wooden pickaxe, so cue me for getting the proper crafting stuff. Then right here, all I need to do is immediately cure this villager. And this is quite lucky. I actually had no idea what the seed was going to entail, but with that curing already in a work of progress, well, it's now time to get my stone tools, do a little bit of mining, and there's even some iron on that windswept hill up there, so I better go do that. With a little bit of iron mined, it turns out there's only 3 pieces within reasonable distance. Well, I now have an iron pickaxe, which means I could hypothetically go mining. But you can probably see my hunger bar, it's about to start losing stuff. And since I try to walk a bit more because how stuff works, well, evidently I need some food. So, polar bear right there. Hello there! Well, that polar bear did not know Revenge of the Sith quote, so evidently I got rid of it. And, just like that, perfect timing, I just cured my zombie villager. Now, there's quite a few options I can choose here. What profession do I want it to be? Hypothetically, I wouldn't want it to be something like a leather worker, because let's be honest, it takes a moment to get leather set up, things like that. I'd want it to be something I can easily trade with. So it'd probably be like a farmer, but of course I want to balance out things like, will it be useful to me in the future, which farmers will be, but what if I want a little bit of a boon in progression? Then I should go for something like an armorer, a toolsmith, something like that. So I'm probably going to choose farmer for it, and then have the second one be a little bit better, such as a weaponsmith, toolsmith, etc. But you can see, well, it's already night, so it's time to sleep. The next day will be spent majority mining, things like that, getting some basic infrastructure. Going around the area down here, there's been this little fox. You can see some particles coming off of it. Started eating all the chickens in the area, which is mildly unfortunate, but luckily I still have a singular egg, so a little bit of a gamble there, but who knows, I could potentially bring it back. And then, right here, bit more coal. Been doing quite a bit of mining. Haven't taken down any animals yet. You can see, I'm doing quite good all things considered, and I even got some pumpkins on the way to this igloo. So, with a bit more mining, I have to think about what am I gonna do in this area. You can see, well, it's a nice extreme hills, it's kind of closed in, but I still have that little crevice there. I have all this gravel. Potentially when I have Silk Touch later on, I can get rid of all the gravel, put it into some storage, and then replace it with stone or maybe even grass. I could terraform this place in order to make something kinda cute. But for now, I should probably think in the present, such as what am I going to do about my rapidly dwindling food situation? I'd like to start sprinting eventually, so, I have to think about things like that. But considering I know quite a bit about the game, the best thing I should do is if I find animals that I need food from, well, there's a lot of lava around here. So I should probably get a bucket. I already have 3 raw iron, and then I can use that lava in order to get myself some cooked food quite easily. Either way, I'm just gonna hang out in my little humble area. Well, is this humble? I kind of just found it and stole it. It'll be a little bit wasteful with coal in here. Gotta make sure it's not too humble. But either way, it's just a little experience out here. Since I'd like some infrastructure and I do need some wood, well, when's a better time to go tree chopping than now? Brought my bed with me. You can see the time, it's progressively getting a bit darker, but there's not really much of an issue in that. I brought my bed with me. And since I don't really want to go out there and start hunting skeletons for bone meal and potentially just end up losing more food, it would probably be better to just go out here, chop some trees, and play the game pretty safely. So, get out a boat, and then I can do a little bit of humorous ice boat racing in order to get to new areas of trees faster. So, starting with the first time-lapse ever on the channel, well, I guess it begins now. With the audio removed from this time-lapse because it was very glitchy, well, I really have some questions. This is my first ever Let's Play video. Someone requested it. I've been getting requests intermittently through the years, so might as well finally do it. So, what should I really do with this? I don't really know how most Let's Plays work. I know I'm a bit lower energy YouTuber. I don't have that random-esque humor. Okay, maybe I'm still kind of random, but much lower energy. So if you have any tips for what I could do, comment them down below. Back home, I threw my egg on the way here, and it accidentally hatched a chicken. I thought it would be, unlikely, but turns out the odds were in my favor today. So, well, there's one extra chicken in the world. But now for my haul, you can see, got a pretty decent amount of logs, and I also got the saplings. But what's important about the saplings is the fact that, well, saplings can be used to grow big trees, and that is my primary wood source. Considering I would like to have a base, probably not by the end of this episode, I'm gonna need a lot of wood. Especially considering, well, look, I'm Gearsaw Studios, I build things, which means I use trapdoors, which are ridiculously expensive actually. So I better go deal with that. But fortunately, one of those chickens that were taken out earlier by a fox gave me a little bit of sustenance for now. But down here, I've made up my mind. This one should probably be a Fletcher. And I know this is such a generic route. Haha, I can use sticks in order to get stuff. So I consider it by far the best choice. Because look, I just got all this wood. So right here, just like that, I can have a really, really useful villager. If it decides to do anything. On the other end, it would probably be best for me to have a farmer, because that would solve my food supply issues, and I wouldn't have to set up an animal farm or anything. I can wait until I need other resources like leather, but chances are, I'll probably just get my enchanting stuff from the stronghold, go there early. So cue a little bit of the boring, break place, and I do not want a cleric. Consider that a big no. But you can see right here, because I cured one of the villagers, well, one of them has discounts, and the other one has really big discounts. So cue the trading montage. Well, actually nobody wants to see trading. So just take my word for it. I get emeralds, I get bread out of this, and then I'll be doing very well for myself. With a quick look at my hotbar, you can probably assume that was a resounding success. 64 arrows, a bow, and a whole bunch of food, which means a lot of infrastructure problems have been solved really, really easily. And over there, there's an Enderman, which I didn't necessarily give permission to be there. So I'm going to have to deal with it. So I walked up to the Enderman, and you can see it was littering. I did not give it permission to do that. And, oh, picked it back up. Thank you, but I'm still gonna stare at you. Yeah, stand there. What are you gonna do? Attack me? Well, anyways, I don't think it's gonna attack me. It's just gonna look at me really, really angrily. You can see even put its block down. Wow, it's really mad. So yeah, walk at me. And what do you know? I walked right into my trap. So, let's see, do I get an ender pearl? Well, there was no pearl. Still, I managed to take down the enderman without taking any damage. And you can see, I have not successfully taken down either of these zombies without taking damage. And you can see, well, I regenerated. I mean, I have a lot of food. And of course I have my bow. So I'm going to be quite safe. But generally, what I want to do next is start lighting up the area. You can see it's very dark, and this is pretty bad for the viewing experience. I wouldn't be surprised if I watched a little bit of a less viewer retention during this. So might as well start adding some lighting. I feel like a thing many Minecrafters forget is the fact that lighting prevents mobs. Even if it might not be the prettiest, still you can actually just spawn proof your outdoors. And maybe you should try it. Maybe a bit more stylishly than just a few torches. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Using these slabs I already have on hand, I can quickly create myself 2 barrels, but not for storage purposes or anything. I can turn these into fences, and then with those fences, I can create some really nice lampposts. Get rid of some nearby zombies. Then, what do you know? I can do something like a barrel. Of course, I'm going to have to place it upside down, which is going to be a little bit annoying, but still a little bit of the typical Minecraft building experience. Then place it upside down, get my dirt back, and now I have a little post here. And then I place down a few fences, and then I can place down my log if I can manage to get my big head out of the way. And then right here, place 4 torches. Not the most beautiful, but certainly a design. And what do you know? It keeps a little bit of zombies away. Unfortunately, they're all swarming. After that brief stint at night, getting attacked a few times, getting hit by an iron shovel, the typical stuff, well, it seems that I am quite surrounded. So, typical Minecraft survival experiencing. For now, I guess I can do a little bit of decoration, and, well, I have down here, which is really barren. In fact, I should really start mining, so probably start queuing the mining montage here. For virtually the rest of the video, I have to voice over this because this time-lapse, which you can see, I did not learn how to do time-lapses yet. I literally just cranked up the speed to like 2000%. Well, I end up in this little dripstone cave here, and there's a lot of iron. I don't figure out that's an iron vein yet. But anyways, as I walk around here, I'm going to find something really funny. So, you can see diamonds right there at -5. Yep, that easy. Diamonds. And then immediately afterwards, you can see I find more diamonds and then some redstone. Like, I did not plant the seed. I just walked around looking for a village. I am post-production. I did see a village and willingly ignored it. So, should I have ignored it? Should I go there in the next episode? Comment down below. I mean, look, I'm a small channel. I read everything. So, a bit more diamonds. Probably missed a few there. But also this area right here is really flat. And I think it might have a trial chambers below it. I did use something with the debug menu and I checked. It did say trial spawner nearby, but I was not able to find it. But anyways, we'll transition. I figured out it was the iron vein. I went down a little cave, and what do you know? A bunch of iron. And after that time lapse, I don't particularly want to do another time lapse, so instead take my word for it. There is so much iron that I straight up gave up because it was taking too long, broke my iron pickaxe, and had to get myself just iron armor right here. And, well, I have literally 2 stacks of iron in this clip now. And then, of course, a little bit of quick crafting. Hooray, we got the sound effects when equipping the armor. And, well, this is pretty much all I really did for the rest of the episode. I did a bit of mining. I can get a shield now, and then I repeatedly kept trying to find the trial chamber under that extensively flat area, and completely failed, even after straight up learning how to use the pie chart to locate structures, and it said it was within 2 chunks. I didn't find it, which is absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, I have a little bit of a question. Since I'm going to go up here in an attempt to, well, find said trial chamber, should I make the trial chamber my base? Or should I go with something a little bit more Nordic? maybe I should build on the surface in that windswept hills, or I could literally just use my own trial chambers tutorial. So it's up to you. Comment down below. I might make a poll for it on the rest of the channel, the community tab. So of course, this is all really experimental. I don't really know what goes into a let's play, mainly because it's been like a decade since I watched Stampy Cat as a little kid, and I don't really watch Hermitcraft anymore. Either way, after this really more blindly stumbling around a cave and making a staircase down, well, I got a lot of resources out of this. Even if I never found the trial chamber, there's a good chance I can find it using a map later on. But either way, I think I've done a really good haul today. So from here, I return to the surface, and I'd say this is a really good start. Look at all I have already. I can probably get more diamonds, stuff like that. With all these items and a pretty good start on this world, well, I'd consider it to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, remember, please like and subscribe. It's a new video format. I just want to see, will it work? Because I've usually been pretty resistant to it because the amount of effort it takes to make an episode and then oversaturated market. So if you want to see more of this, of course comment down below. And quick question, build a surface base or a trial chamber space? That's up to you. Either way, enjoy the rest of your day. Gearsaw out.